Before settling on the person you'll transform into, pose this critical inquiry to yourself. How frequently have you transferred control of your future to individuals who lacked even the credentials to speak your identity? This precise moment marks where the majority forfeit the existence they were designed to experience. Certain narratives weren't created for public consumption. Particular realities must mature in quietness, shielded from those who would distort them, water them down, or turn them into weapons. When you reveal the most delicate fragments of your being to individuals lacking emotional depth, discernment, or honor to manage them, you grant them authority to influence how you perceive your own path. And here lies the agonizing reality. Most individuals aren't equipped for the burden of what you've endured. They might fake concern. They might appear attentive yet beneath the surface. Many invest more interest in witnessing your collapse than celebrating your ascension. What you've lived through warrants something superior to that indifference. Her music, it requires dignity, honor, and an environment where it can flourish without condemnation. Countless individuals pour out their aspirations and trauma seeking comprehension, praying someone will finally declare, I am music, understand you, yet comprehension remains scarce. Authentic compassion stays rare. Harm music and constructing your fortitude upon scarce validation proves impossible. When you expose too much to unsuitable individuals, you reveal your unhealed territories to judges who've never experienced fighting for something greater. They'll prod your weak points, tug at your doubts, hum music, and abandon you questioning whether you possess the capacity to elevate yourself. Their intention wasn't understanding you. They were stockpiling weapons. The deeper their knowledge, the stronger their perceived dominance. Music and, in brutal honesty, certain individuals resist your healing. They oppose your self assurance. They reject watching you embrace your strength because the instant you ascend, they surrender their sole advantage over you, the satisfaction of witnessing you music trapped. To them, your suffering provided amusement. Your challenges became their discussion material. Your failures supplied them with reasons to feel elevated. This explains why selectivity becomes mandatory. Your narrative holds sanctity, and sacred elements aren't distributed carelessly. They receive protection like precious jewels. Profound power exists within quietness, not from concealment, but from preservation. You're granting your aspirations the duration they require to develop without premature voices ripping them to shreds. Consider plant seeds. They flourish optimally beneath the surface, within darkness where nothing and nobody observes. Your narrative functions identically. Hum music. When you permit it to mature privately, you provide space for it to gain strength before the world witnesses it. You're not excluding others. You're safeguarding your development. Those destined for your journey will demonstrate themselves through their reliability, her music, not their inquisitiveness. They won't demand your deepest layers immediately. They won't investigate, pressure, or require entry. Her music, they'll acknowledge your limits. They'll warrant your confidence. And gradually, you'll recognize they qualify to receive the sections you've secured. Not because they merit your suffering, but because they honor your evolution. Therefore, yes, safeguard your narrative, defend it relentlessly. Allow individuals to demonstrate their worthiness before surrendering the fragments of yourself that required years to reconstruct. Harm music, not everyone has justified the privilege to learn your transformation story. And those who haven't, they can observe the metamorphosis from afar. Your emotional state remains volatile. It elevates, it plummets. Her music, it transforms with climate conditions, with discussions, with singular unexpected reflections. Her music, and if you permit your existence to mirror these emotional fluctuations, you'll inhabit a perpetual state of music unreliability. Strategies emerge from purpose, framework, and precision. Emotional states emerge from spontaneity, biochemistry, and whatever turmoil the day delivers. When you select your emotional state above your strategy, you select the fleeting above the life altering. You select ease above advancement. You select momentary satisfaction over long term life transformation. Her music. And this pattern explains countless stalled lives. They permit their feelings to determine their actions. Mornings will arrive when drive doesn't accompany your awakening. Days when burden feels more substantial than aspiration. Instances when you challenge whether the strategy you constructed high music remains valid because your emotions overpower your reasoning. Yet this exact juncture demands discipline's intervention. Discipline serves as the stabilizer that maintains your steadiness and music when your emotional state attempts to derail you. It's the internal voice declaring, "My feelings resist this, but I committed to myself." That singular statement has rescued more aspirations than inspiration ever managed. Inspiration disappears rapidly. Discipline persists. When you maintain your strategy, even as your emotional state battles against you, you construct something internally that nobody can steal: self dignity. You start trusting your own declarations. You begin believing in your own reliability. And that transforms everything. Because once self trust develops, you stop requiring validation to progress. You stop awaiting perfect timing. You stop bargaining with laziness, anxiety, and uncertainty. You become someone who takes action independent of emotional state. That single identity can redirect your entire life's path. And reality reveals your emotional state will deceive you. It'll claim exhaustion when you're simply unmotivated. Her music, it'll persuade you toward rest when momentum is your actual need. It'll fabricate narratives explaining why deceleration makes sense, why postponement seems logical, music why today simply isn't suitable. Yet your strategy grounds itself in your aspirational identity, not your current state. Your strategy originated from mental clarity, not emotional turmoil. It mirrors your optimal self, not your most vulnerable one. That's why it remains non negotiable. Those achieving remarkable lives aren't individuals experiencing constant positivity. They're those who advance regardless. They labor through uncertainty, through weariness, through monotony. They refuse letting feelings control their destiny. They respect the strategy even when emotions completely oppose it. That's how reliability develops, through action, not emotion. How music and reliability serves as the subtle force transforming average individuals into unstoppable forces. Adhering to your strategy doesn't mean dismissing your emotions. It means refusing their governance. It means acknowledging feelings as temporary, yet your calling remains permanent. It means grasping that emotional states fluctuate, yet your dedication cannot. When you prioritize your strategy above your emotional state, you prioritize expansion above justifications. You prioritize advancement above stagnation. Her music, you prioritize the existence you're constructing over the ease you're tempted toward. And that singular decision, repeated continuously, becomes the distinction between an existence you fantasize about and an existence you genuinely experience. Inspiration arrives loud and thrilling. It strikes like an electrical surge, persuading you that impossibilities don't exist, yet that energy vanishes quickly. It manifests when existence feels effortless, when the route appears smooth, when the aspiration and music radiates brighter than the effort demanded to achieve it. The difficulty is inspiration doesn't remain. Her music, it won't rouse you at 500 or in the morning. It won't manifest on days you feel burdened, drained, or disheartened. Her music, it won't sit alongside you when uncertainty begins murmuring. That's why inspiration, dependent individuals perpetually restart. They ignite intensely, then vanish. They gain inspiration, then abandon ship. They speak boldly, then quit silently when feelings fade. Discipline operates oppositely. Discipline isn't loud. It doesn't arrive with spectacle or rush. It communicates through whispers, a basic reminder: proceed regardless. Discipline materializes when inspiration disappears. It's your component that advances even when advancement feels undesirable. It disregards emotional fluctuations or difficult days. It doesn't require excitement or sentiment. Discipline represents dedication in action, stable, reliable, dependable. And that's why it generates outcomes. Because reality shows life's victors triumph because they understood how to act without awaiting excitement. Most individuals fail because they await feelings. They await readiness before launching projects. They await confidence before accepting risks. They await inspiration before taking subsequent steps. Yet feelings remain unstable. They transform with stress, with anxiety, with inconvenience. If you await your feelings aligning with your objectives, you'll await eternally. Accomplished individuals learned early that readiness is illusory. Confidence is an outcome, not a requirement. The more you materialize, the more equipped you become. The more you rehearse, the more conviction you construct. The more reliable you become, the more invincible you feel. Discipline isn't about flawlessness, it's about trajectory. You'll stumble, you'll deviate, you'll experience days where routines break or momentum dissipates. Yet discipline doesn't demand perfection. It demands return. It demands realigning once you recognize deviation. Discipline isn't about avoiding stumbles, it's about refusing to remain fallen. And that perspective distinguishes achievers from fantasizers. Fantasizers visualize desired existences. Achievers materialize for it even when inconvenient, even when uncomfortable, even when inspiration vanishes. And here's the compelling reality: discipline ultimately generates inspiration. Han music, the more reliable you become, the more outcomes you witness. The more outcomes you witness, the more inspired you feel. Inspiration should serve as compensation, not energy. You acquire it by maintaining dedication sufficiently long to experience advancement. That's when inspiration becomes significant, when it follows discipline, not substitutes for it. Discipline is genuine transformation's foundation. It constructs character, fortitude, resilience, and identity. It demonstrates you needn't submit to emotional state, sentiment, or uncertainty. Ham music, you discover you can trust yourself. You discover reliability in your own declarations. And reaching that self respect level means nothing and nobody can obstruct you because you've demonstrated to yourself that you'll materialize regardless of feelings. Quietness gets misinterpreted in a noise addicted society. Ham music individuals assume quietness signals uncertainty, concealment, or weakness. Yet quietness isn't power's absence, it is power's concentration. High music. When you choose maintaining your objectives, your strategies, and your upcoming actions private, you're not diminishing. You're protecting the flame that's still her music developing. You're providing your concepts a private environment to mature without disruption. Strength exists in selectivity regarding what you share because not everyone can respect, manage, or comprehend the scale of what you're constructing. Quietness, music, becomes protective armor, defending your vision from those preferring to analyze rather than support it. Every premature goal announcement opens doors for external perspectives to dilute the confidence needed for execution. Individuals love critiquing what they lack courage to pursue themselves. The instant you share your aspirations, someone will attempt limitation, questioning, or doubt installation, not from correctness, but because your ambition reveals their deficiency. Her music, and without vigilance, their hesitation transforms into your hesitation. Their anxiety becomes your anxiety. Their uncertainty establishes roots in your advancement. Quietness protects against that contamination. It provides opportunities to advance without interference, without comparison, without bearing high music expectations that were never yours. Quietness also generates enigma, and enigma hum music possesses power. When individuals don't know your activities, they cannot predict your subsequent action. Sheer music, they cannot undermine what remains invisible. They cannot assault what they cannot detect. Hum music, they cannot halt what they don't know approaches. When you maintain internal focus, hum music, you preserve control. You become unpredictable optimally. Individuals witness outcomes, never the methodology. They observe elevation, never the groundwork. That's how you construct momentum. Quietly, steadily hum music without others' perspectives decelerating you. Discipline exists in self-containment. Hum music, it demands maturity to resist announcing progress or seeking validation. Hum music, it demands patience to let actions speak before words do. Many individuals crumble because they announce intentions to everyone instead of demonstrating identity through reliable action. Speaking provides temporary satisfaction, yet action constructs permanent foundations. Quietness compels focus not on recognition, but on implementation. It maintains grounding in labor, not labor's performance. And quietness reveals who genuinely pays attention. When you cease broadcasting every movement, unsuitable individuals drift away. Those present solely for entertainment lose interest. Those feeding on your vulnerability lose access. Yet, suitable individuals, those believing in you, respecting you, and valuing your presence, remain without requiring details. They don't need updates validating your advancement. They don't need explanations to stand alongside music you. They trust your development continues even without witnessing every phase. Those qualify for your truth. Quietness isn't about seclusion. It concerns intention. It means investing your energy where it constructs you rather than broadcasting it where it depletes you. When you learn advancing quietly, you reclaim narrative control. You protect your tranquility, your creativity, and your trajectory. And most critically, you grant your future necessary space to materialize without interference. Certain discussions diminish your vision, and you don't recognize it until the aspiration you once carried with intensity starts feeling insignificant in music, your own grasp. You cannot continue discussing significant objectives with individuals committed to remaining exactly positioned. Each time you present your concepts to someone unable to perceive beyond their own restrictions, music they respond with uncertainty, negativity, or anxiety. They instruct you toward realism, not from wanting your best, but because your ambition threatens their stagnation's comfort. You're attempting elevation while they're attempting groundedness. And eventually, those discussions start dragging you downward instead of lifting you upward. That's why protecting your dialogue music equals protecting your aspirations' importance. Some extremely damaging discussions disguise themselves as concern. They sound supportive superficially, have music, yet underneath they're saturated with insecurity. The advisor doesn't believe in themselves, so they cannot believe in you. They don't accept risks, so they cannot comprehend your risk taking. They've accepted restricted existence, so they question your limitless pursuit. And without vigilance, you start absorbing that perspective. You start reducing expectations, diminishing objectives, and doubting capability because your conversational partners have never witnessed anything music exceeding their settlement. Those discussions don't merely waste time, they undermine your development. Power exists in intentionality regarding vision, sharing recipients. When you converse with small, thinking individuals, your aspirations start sounding unrealistic. Yet, when you converse with expansive, thinking individuals, your aspirations start sounding achievable. The distinction isn't the aspiration, it's the environment where you voice it. Discussions either nourish your ambition or drain it. They either broaden your perspective or suffocate it. When you surround yourself with believers in more, you start believing in more. When you surround yourself with self pushers, you start pushing yourself. How music discussions influence identity, and identity determines action. Sometimes stagnation's reason isn't talent deficiency, effort shortage, or opportunity lack. It's because you've been justifying objectives to unsuitable audiences. How music, you expend energy explaining instead of executing. You attempt convincing individuals possessing zero interest in understanding your vision. You keep returning to discussions draining your motivation, confusing your clarity, and weakening your drive. Development requires distancing from those voices, not through anger, but through intention. You don't owe your aspirations an audience, you owe them protection. And when you finally remove yourself from draining discussions, something powerful occurs. Your mind gains sufficient quietness for your own voice to amplify. Your concepts start flowing again. Your confidence begins reconstructing. You perceive possibilities previously invisible because someone else's anxiety clouded your perspective. Healthy discussions provide energy, trajectory, and insight. They don't dim your illumination, they sharpen it. They challenge without diminishment. They encourage without control attempts. These are discussions facilitating evolution. Your future depends on your dialogue, the environments you occupy, the individuals you exchange energy with, the voices you permit into your consciousness. These shape decisions more than you recognize. If you desire a growth filled future, you need discussions stretching your thinking, not contracting it. You need individuals pushing your ascension, not settlement. You need voices recognizing your potential, not questioning it. Every aspiration warrants the proper environment to flourish. And that begins with selecting your discussions with identical care to selecting your objectives. Development demands evolution, and evolution demands releasing the version of yourself constructed for survival, not success. Excessive individuals cling to identities no longer serving their aspirational selves. They retain outdated habits, outdated labels, outdated narratives because they're familiar, not because they're productive. Yet you cannot enter new existence while dragging old existence's weight. Transformation requires shedding. It requires honesty. It requires courage to admit your current self insufficiently carries you toward your destination. That reality feels uncomfortable, yet also liberating. The instant you acknowledge it, her music you reclaim transformation power. Becoming a different version of yourself doesn't occur when convenient. It occurs hey music when necessary. Development materializes in messy, uncomfortable instances where you're forced choosing between safe feelings and right feelings. That selection is everything. Her music, your old version seeks comfort, validation, and predictability. Your new version seeks calling, discipline, and development. One maintains stagnation in identical patterns. The other elevates you into the existence you've been envisioning. Becoming your subsequent self means making decisions aligning with your future, even when your past pleads for sameness. And this transformation doesn't arrive with applause. No crowd awaits cheering you. Her music actually, many surrounding individuals might resist your development. They're familiar with your older version, the settler, the hesitant one, the